For years, the idea of what makes a great developer has been constantly changing. But right now, something feels different. AI-driven development, or AIDD, isn't just another tool in the toolbox. It's a fundamental shift. And it's unlocking a brand new kind of professional, the M-shaped developer.
So what does this mean for the old way of doing things? For decades, we've all been told that T-shaped professional was the ideal, right? Deep expertise in one area with a broad understanding of others. But what if that model is actually starting to hold us back?
So, let's meet the M-shaped developer. Instead of just one single peak of expertise, picture having several. We are talking about deep, production-ready mastery across a few complementary fields, all made possible by working hand-in-hand with AI. Think about a developer who can't just build a rock-solid backend, but can also turn around and design a beautiful, functional front-end, and do both at a professional level. This isn't about being a generalist who knows a little about a lot, it's about having strategic, deep skills in multiple areas.
This table really lays it all out. You've got your specialist who goes super deep in one thing. Then the T-shaped pro adds that broad, shallow knowledge. But the M-shaped profile, that's totally different. It's deep expertise in multiple complementary domains. And the secret sauce, the thing that makes this whole thing possible, is that last column. This is the only profile that is fundamentally enabled by ADD. It's how one person can now realistically do the work that used to take a whole small team of specialists.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds a little like science fiction. How can one person possibly keep up that level of expertise across so many different areas? Well, the answer is in the technology that's making it all happen.
And let's be totally honest with ourselves, before now, this really was impossible. The cognitive load was just way too high. There just weren't enough hours in the day to learn, practice, and stay current in one domain, let alone 3 or 4.
And the solution is what our source material calls the 9 pillars of AI-driven development. This isn't just one shiny new tool, it's a whole system that works together. For instance, think about AI agents. They're like having an expert pair programmer sitting next to you, giving you instant help when you're wading into a domain that's not your primary one. Or take a look at AI-first IDEs. These are way more than just text editors. They give you real-time, context-aware help across all sorts of languages and frameworks, so you don't have to memorize every single API anymore. And then when it's time to go live, universal cloud deployment tools mean you don't have to be a full-time DevOps guru just to ship your app. All these pillars work together to just crush that cognitive load, breaking down the walls that used to separate these domains.
So that's the theory, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into some examples of M-shaped developers who are out there doing this stuff right now. First on our list is the vertical SaaS builder. This is someone who has deep knowledge of a specific industry, let's say healthcare, but can now also master full-stack development, MLOps, which is basically how you get machine learning models running in the real world, and even product design. And this just perfectly illustrates the insane impact. Building a specialized medical app used to take a team of 5 people, a domain expert, a back-end developer, a front-end developer, an ML engineer, and a product designer. Today, one M-shaped developer can pull it all off. All right, next we have the platform engineer. This is the profile that combines deep expertise in back-end architecture, DevOps, cloud infrastructure, and security. They're basically the person who can build and run an entire platform from the ground up. And the impact is just as stunning. What used to require a team of 4 different specialists, an architect, a DevOps engineer, an infrastructure specialist, and a security expert, can now be managed by one single person who is augmented by AI.
Our final example here is the AI product developer. This is the person who lives right at that sweet spot where front-end development, machine learning integration, API design, and user research all come together to create really smart, intuitive user experiences.
The pattern is pretty clear, right? A team of 4, a front-end dev, an ML specialist, a back-end dev, and a UX researcher is now consolidated. One developer can now deliver that entire AI-powered product and maintain professional quality across every single one of those domains.
This is all incredibly powerful stuff, but the most important question is this: what does it mean for you? How can you take this concept and use it to build your own strategic advantage?
It's not about trying to know everything. It's about creating powerful, strategic combinations. Maybe you pair your front-end skills with mobile and design to create these seamless, beautiful experiences for users. Or maybe you combine back-end, MLOps, and data to build truly intelligent systems from start to finish. The whole key is finding domains that multiply each other's value.
And really, that's what it all comes down to. Building your M-shape is a strategic choice. It's about lining up your skills with the kinds of problems you're passionate about solving and the impact you want to make in the world.
Now, before we get too carried away, we have to ground this whole thing in reality. This is a huge transformative shift, but it isn't magic. There are some real-world limits we absolutely need to understand.
And here's the core tension you have to manage. AI is absolutely incredible at augmenting your skills and filling in knowledge gaps. But, and this is a big but, it does not replace years of deep earned expertise. This is especially true in critical fields like security or safety-critical systems, where that genuine depth is just non-negotiable. At the end of the day, you have to think of AI as your co-pilot, not the pilot.
If you take just one thing away from this whole explainer, please let it be this. This isn't about the impossible goal of knowing everything. It's about building strategic, complementary depth in domains that actually reinforce each other, letting you build and execute in ways that truly matter.
And that really brings us to the final thought. Just think about it. A few years ago, the M-shaped developer was just a theory. Today, the tools are here and the path is clear. This window of opportunity is wide open right now. So the only question left is, why would you wait?